We just finished explaining organizational structure one for your problem solution essay. If you don't want to follow organizational structure one, you may decide to follow organizational structure two. So I'm going to explain this organizational structure like we did for organizational structure one. In the introduction, you should start by showing the problem exists and what about um, consequences of the problem. If it's climate change, you will show climate change exists, and using evidence, you will discuss some of the major consequences of climate change. Afterwards, you can ask this question as a segue to what you're proposing. How can this significant problem be best addressed? The answer to the question will be right here. It will be your thesis statement. So for the organization, you suppose, in addition to what you're proposing, you're supposed to first of all discuss two solutions that are one or two solutions that have been proposed, but you disagree with them. You explain why you disagree with them. Afterwards, you will discuss, you will argue for what you're proposing. Let's take an example. Let's say climate change. One of the solutions that have been proposed um, is for leaders of the world to tax heavily big polluters, big polluting companies. Well, you found that solution to research, but you don't think it's a viable solution. The solution you think is going to work is for all the countries of the world to shift from fossil fuel to clean energy. Okay. Here you will say, that's the BLTC statement right here, you will say taxing all the polluting companies of the world has been proposed as a solution. But the only viable solution is for all the countries of the world, big and small, to shift from fossil fuel to clean energy. So if you're doing so, you're ready to add the body of your essay. The first body paragraph will discuss the alternative solutions you disagree with. So you see that, you will detail it, and you say why you think what has been proposed will not work. You may have two alternative solutions, you may have three, but one is enough. So it's up to you to decide to discuss one alternative solution, two alternative solutions, or three alternative solutions before you detail what you're proposing. So how would I know you want to respond to just one alternative by reading your thesis statement? If I see there is only one alternative solution, I will expect the first part of your essay to discuss that alternative solution. No alternative solution after that. If you have three alternative solutions, three solutions that have been proposed but you disagree with them, you don't think they will not work, you have to say that here, and after that, in the same sentence, say what you propose. I think that's clear. So in our example, there was only one alternative solution, um, a taxing all the big polluting companies of the world has been often proposed as a possible solution. But the best solution, or one of the best solutions, is for all the countries of the world, big and small, to shift from fossil fuel to alternative energy. Okay? In the first body paragraph, you will discuss the alternative solution, like taxing big polluting companies of the world. You will provide some detail about that. Afterwards, in the same paragraph, you will show why you think this solution is not a workable, is not a viable solution. Afterwards, you suppose to detail what you're proposing. Remember, what you're proposing is for all the countries of the world, big and small, to shift from fossil fuels to clean energy. So you detail in this section of your paper and at the bottom of your paper, you detail your, that can be a big paragraph, the longest paragraph of your essay. You will detail what you're proposing. You will detail what you're proposing, and you will do so convincingly. If you don't do so convincingly, what you're proposing will not fly. After you finish doing so, in the subsequent paragraph, in the paragraph before the conclusion, you will respond to an objection, a major objection to what you're proposing. We're going to take the same example of objection we use when we're discussing the first organizational pattern. You can start that paragraph with however. However, some people might object to the shift to the clean energy solution, arguing that will not be enough. That will not be sufficient. You detail, you explain why this is so. Afterward, in the same paragraph, you respond to their objection, and you do so convincingly. And afterwards, you conclude your essay. You should have your one paragraph, a one concluding paragraph. So you can reiterate your thesis statement, as we mentioned, the two solutions that we propose you disagree with, and the solution that you think will work. But you have to use different words, different wording to repeat, to reiterate your thesis statement. And afterwards, you will have a call to action. I should have mentioned that. Afterwards, if I go down, I see that a call to action. So basically, you will make a call. You will urge the leaders of the world to do what you're proposing, to do their very best, to put plan in place, to abandon fossil fuel and move to renewables and move to clean energy. That's all about the second organizational structure for essay, for your problem solution essay. But in a few minutes, I will explain the third option, the third organizational structure. After that, you will have to decide which one you want to follow, whether you want to follow organizational structure 1, organizational structure 2, or the one I will be explaining very soon. See you soon.